Well, good morning. It's May 15. Everything I have is just as wet as it was the day that I got here. The tent is a double wall tent, so it's just a gigantic plastic bag. You can see it back there. I'm hoping I don't get too sick from it. The moisture was incredible. They need a heater in there or something to dry out the hikers, you know. Good resupply at Swatara. And that was the primary reason for me coming here, is to get a good resupply. I'm back on the trail, I guess. It's a pretty nasty day. It didn't rain last night. It's supposed to get 1/10 of an inch today. Sorry about the traffic. We're right on the side of the road here. But everything is flooding right now, so it's pretty nasty out. I tossed my sleeping bag into the dryer for a few minutes this morning while I was eating breakfast, and it puffed right back up really nice. So I know it's just everything's moisture driven right now. The pack liner, I used a pretty good pack liner I got from Garage Gear. Passing the trail already. And it's a new one, and it leaked a little bit. The moisture seeps through plastic apparently slowly, but when you're out here for so long in the muck, that's what it does. So I double lined it with a garbage bag. So I get to hear all night when we were sleeping. There's just traffic right next to the road in the tent. There's a beautiful park right here, a water park for canals and stuff like that. Go over this bridge. But yeah, the rivers and everything, the streams, the trail itself are completely full. And there's more coming. It's fun for swimming, right? But yeah, it's a pretty sketchy day. I'm hoping to get to a shelter because I really don't feel like sleeping in a tent and getting a tent wet again. I get out on the front porch and managed to drip dry it. But everything I've got is permeated with moisture, and I'm not learning something. You know, I guess double bagging everything might be the only way to go. So I'm going to try and put in a big day today if I can, and see if I can't get to a shelter this far away. It really depends on how rocky and how slow the terrain makes me, but I'm starting off kind of early. It's around 7. So I'm hoping I can get my miles in. I don't even see them blaze anywhere. Of course not. That'd be easy. But yeah, I guess we're near some old canal works in the water park here. Appalachia Trail. Take a right. Okay. But yeah, my motivation of getting miles in is high today, but my motivation to be on the trail is low. You know, I need to dry out somehow, and I think a hotel room would be better than a double wall tent. It holds 8 people or something like that. It was a good enough stay though. Thank you, Swatara. Even though I'm bitching and fussing at the moment. Got a letter from Bert back here at California Bluegrass. Everyone's, you know, at the festivals right now, and I'm missing out, and it's breaking my heart. And Bert's a really good mandolin player and a wonderful rider. and an easy guy to hang out with. I mean, absolutely easy to hang out with. And he and the crew, you know, all the folks that I love dearly. And you know what these birds are doing. Oh, now they're stopped. Yeah, great. A little battle going on there. Anyway, let me turn this around. Another misty day. They said the sun's supposed to come out today, but I don't know. I'm getting such conflicting weather reports. Like yesterday, oh, it's gonna rain all day, and it rained in the morning. It was perfectly nice all day. Today, it was supposed to rain this morning, and everything's pretty wet right now. But I don't know if that was from this early this morning, I didn't hear it, or whether it's just from yesterday. But anyway, I would like to get through Pennsylvania right now. I would like to have it in my rearview mirror. And getting over this threat of rocks, you know, it could be like the staircase at Amicalola where it's no big deal. So hopefully it's like that. Anyway, I'm going to get at it here. Miss all you bluegrass folks. I miss my children. I miss all my friends. Well, we're near the top of the ridge, and we're enjoying Rock Slovenia. It's very difficult to catch yourself on these rocks as far as stopping a fall. Your pole goes between them, so it's really easy to break a pole, so you just don't use them as much. But yeah, it's starting to get rockier and rockier, of course, because we're on top of a ridge. The ridge goes up, looks like another 250 feet, and then we get to run it for a while. The other thing about being on ridges is lack of water. That I think it dips down enough to find water multiple places. At least I hope it does. Probably check the app again with those. Anyway, I'm hoping to put some miles in today. Not speed, miles. There's a difference. I know they go hand in hand, but it is just wet and humid. And all we need is the sun to come out in full glory and really bake my ass. But yeah, just try not to twist anything or slip and fall, because there's no soft place to land. But gonna be a long day no matter what. Unless conditions really deteriorate, then I'll just stop early. I think we get a reprieve later in the week, this week, and then next week we start up again with the crap, with the next set of thunderstorms and tornadoes and hail. Of course, that's just sensationalized news, probably. I'm just hoping, you know, to keep going. This stuff really knocks the wind out of your sails, you know. Anyway, ick. I hope that's not rain I'm hearing, and just wind and blowing the water droplets off the trees. But this is kind of slow going, so I'm gonna put you away. Just wanted you to see the decision-making process here with every step. You know, it's hard to go real fast in this stuff, unless you're two pulling it. But, yeah, gorilla in the mist. Still more here. Yeah, I do enjoy ferns a great deal. You can see how just wonderful it is out there. Just fields of fuzzy ferns. And the trail has been kind and gentle. this will end, but so will the rough stuff. But look at these beautiful, beautiful, all the conditions are right, you know? Not too much sunlight, lots of moisture, good drainage. Just a very happy looking field of ferns. Makes me feel good. I haven't really been filming any of the outlooks for reasons that should be obvious. But the fog is starting to lift and the sun's trying to peek out, which means things are going to get real hot and humid. I'm not trying to be negative, it's just the way it is. I'll be under the leaves though. So, got a lot of miles to do. Well, I managed to fall on my butt. We're no longer in ankle twisters. Ouch, these are leg breakers, and it's hard to keep your balance. Almost just snapped my ankle there. The problem is I'm on a solid rock and I'm standing on it and it'll wiggle. The other thing is that it's soapy. And you can't tell which ones are soapy or not. I was standing on a rock already established on it and I slid anyway. So it's extremely slow going if you are trying to be careful. But I have entered Rocksylvania for show. And everything's wet, very wet. And so it's extremely slippery compared to what other people would have on a normal sunny day. And it's hard to keep your balance. And if you step on something, when you lose your balance and you slide, you fall. All right, let's see where I'm going. Love the blazes. Well, I'll just keep going forward, I guess. There's a blaze. Anyway, not really using the sticks because they keep going between rocks and trying to break. But see, like this is hard to do, man. You have to go around it, not on it. And not everything you step on is going to be stable. Anyway, I thought I'd share a little bit of why I'm so slow all of a sudden. And this is pretty wet and sketchy. I'm gonna put this away. Lots more to come. Looks like I'm gonna walk off a cliff or something down here. Still pretty rocky, but this is manageable. As I fall to my death. Anyway. I have a pretty little scene here. Can't believe this sunshine. I got another 12 miles to go still. It's like 2 o'clock, so I gotta get moving. But I can move in this. This is nice. I'm hoping the trail lightens up a little bit. It's been it was really spectacular this morning. I mean, I was making some fast miles, but right now it's kind of back in and out of mostly rock mode, different size rock modes, you know. So like this is ankle twisters, and then you get some up the leg breakers near the top, the gigantic bars of Irish Spring soap. They look like, but yeah, it's hard to get time. I'm just hoping I can get the miles in before it gets too dark. Days are longer, but when it's really cloudy and raining and thunderstorming, it tends to get darker. So I want to get to the shelter. Hopefully there'll be room there in the shelter itself, which I don't normally hope for. Considering mice and stuff, I'd rather be out in my tent, but if it's gonna pour, it's hard on me dealing with a wet tent. And, This morning I threw my sleeping bag in the dryer for a little while and it responded very favorably to that. So that was good to know. I'll have to do it with my puffy next because it feels pretty soaking wet too. Not wet, humid. You know, so humid it can't possibly hold any more moisture. And the rest is just being wet. But anyway, really missing all the folks back home because of it's Bluegrass Festival season, you know, and everyone's at a festival somewhere or other. And it's killing me that I have to try to get back there in June and not be able to get to the Father's Day Festival. Just shoot me. I don't know. Is this trail really that important? It is a life achievement, so yeah. And I can always go next year to all the festivals if I want. Of course, I might have a snapped leg by then. But anyway, I'm missing everybody a great deal. I get a lot of texts from people saying they're watching my videos, and for that I feel sorry. But anyway, it's not easy to keep them up because the places that I go to are far few in between where they have Wi-Fi and things like that, and so it's hard to upload the videos. I can download them, you know, with the Apple iMovie and stuff like that. It only takes a few minutes, but the minute I get the movie made, I move it around all I want. But trying to get it up to YouTube, man, it takes hours. I don't know what kind of overhead they're slapping onto that puppy, but it's crazy. But we'll figure it out. Just not soon. Oh, look at this. Yay! Bump. Little reprieve here. A little bit. Anyway, I'm hungry and I want to eat a big dinner. And I don't think that's happening anytime soon, so gotta get humping here. Catch you later. What's going on over there? Clear cutting? Housing development? I don't know. Anyway, I'm slowing down a bunch. It's like 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the afternoon. I've only got 20 miles in. I was hoping to get a bunch more, but it got so rocky and wet and muddy and all that good stuff. My ankles are absolutely killing me. I feel like the ankles, I'm sure, that women feel when they're pregnant, you know, like carrying this load all day. But anyway, my ankles are killing me. So I'm slowing down a bunch. That's 7 miles. If I slow down too much, that's 4 more hours. That puts me at the shelter in dark. I don't want to do that. So unless I pick up speed and the trail conditions get better, which they are really good right here, I'm not going to make it in the light. I'll make it in the dark instead. And I'm trying to average 2.5, and I don't seem to be doing the math right today on that. So, I mean, this feels like the same pace I've been keeping up through all the movies. But anyway, get through it. Be my longest day ever. But it's all, you know, the challenge was in the rocks and the mud, not in the elevation changes. It's almost 0 elevation changes. So that's how I was attempting it. Sounds like I'm already quitting. I'm really hungry right now. And I'm losing weight instead of holding weight. It feels like, I don't know for sure if I am or not. I didn't get a chance to get in town to get food at the last hostel, if you will, at Sparta. The guy would not take me into town to get food because he wanted to sell his food to me. And I just wasn't in the mood for that. Kind of sucky, but whatever. You know, Junk food doesn't fill you up. It doesn't satisfy. It's processed food meant to addict you to buy more and to eat more than you should. So I needed real food and he was denying me that. So, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm back on the trail. I'm not in that tent. So I don't know where everybody is from the 501 shelter. I'm assuming that they are all headed to Eagle's Nest shelter, which is going to be just 16 miles for them, which is a big hike since they all just started in Harper's Ferry. That would be a big day, but I haven't seen them at tent sites, so seen lots of footprints in the mud. So I'm assuming everyone's trying to get to that Eagle's Nest. Anyway, I want to stick it again. Getting tired real quick. Yeah, I spent the better part of the day walking. I didn't get as many miles per hour as I thought I would. The rocks really knocked the wind out of my sails. I went to a spring, stopped on a spring, and I forgot. The instructions said there's a stream 100 yards away from the shelter, and I'm like 1.5 miles away at a spring, so I filled up water there and I'm carrying it. Ugh. So adding insult to injury. And then I tripped and splashed the crap out of myself, so now I'm nice and really wet, but it's drying off quickly. The shelter should be here any second now, and I'll have done a marathon day. I forgot to turn the Relive app on for the first quarter mile, so whatever it says, you add a quarter to it. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I think we're at the shelter here. The Eagle's Nest shelter. Oh. Only another 0.4. I'm dying. Actually, I don't feel any worse than I do after a 15-mile day, so. But we'll see in the morning now, won't we? Nice thing with shelters is there's privies and usually a place to hang food or put it in a box, and there's camaraderie. I'll probably, I don't know, there's, it's warm enough for the bugs to eat me up if I'm in the shelter. When you're in a tent, you get bug screening, but you also get a wet tent. But it's pretty much wet anyway. I'm looking forward to food. Need to get the tent set up first, and then we'll worry about food second. But, somewhere off this long beaten path, there was a shelter with tent space. But yeah, it's a marathon day. I just wanted to do marathon length. I've never done that before. Even as a cross-country runner, Barbie Jean did it all the time. Like, oh, go and do another marathon. They're running them. So I hit the trail about 7, and it's like 7:30 now. So that tells you how slow I was. If you're doing 3 miles per hour, I should be at 36 miles, not 26. But we'll get there. I don't think we get to 36, but we'll get to where we can hike long distances and have a decent time. The only thing that saved us today was it was flat, but it was horribly rocky, and my feet are just screaming at me. More like the ankles. My feet feel really good from these shoes. I've had several days now pain-free, and I can't tell you how happy I am about that. I think that's why I'm able to do better. I know it is. God, are we ever going to get to this thing? I don't know. I'll turn it off. And so everybody down in the shelter, they all put their bear bags back here near the campsites, so all the campers have to put up with the bear bags being close by. Pretty sunset coming through the trees. It's very damp. Everything's damp. Let the tent air out a little bit. Got a picnic table here I can't even sit on because it's so slimy. It's just damp. I'm having my usual Spam chunks and mashed potatoes, and they are good. Anyway, it was a long day. Still got a lung infection. But, we got a lot done today. 27 miles.